What's going on, everyone? I want to talk about my biggest mistake in finance I ever made in my life. That cost me $300,000. Now, before I get into it, what made me wealthy and how did I get there was constant investing. So I became a millionaire through real estate and to the stock market. I invested in both of them consistently over the last 10, 15 years and end up becoming a millionaire net worth. Now, I thought I was financially smart and I was over making financial mistakes. Well, that was far from the truth. I was making financial mistake because I didn't know that this was going to be a big deal. Now, what is this situation I'm talking about? So, I'm at age 36 right now. I'm considered lean fire. And what led me to this mistake was thinking I was financially stable enough to do these things. And what was it? Helping other people financially. Yes, my biggest mistake is giving money away to people that wasn't wanting to support themselves. And me not giving back to the right people. So, what did I learn from this mistake? And what was the mistake? Well, the mistake was I had a property that allowed three people to stay on. I didn't collect rent because they were supposed to be working for my company and helping out with tasks at the property. So I lost $200,000 or $300,000. Let me repeat this: $200,000 or $300,000 over a course of a year and a half, and that's due to paying them money and them not doing anything, to paying for their housing and them not maintaining the property where it cost me a large amount of money to repair the property, and three, them make me lose money due to incidents on the property and not doing things to prevent me from losing money. And four is them causing me to lose money in the company for them not actually working at the company while I was out and about working. So, what was the main mistake? It's me supporting them too long because I should have fired all of them, got rid of them a lot sooner. And that's hindsight 2020. And how did that affect it overall? One, it made me realize that I don't want to run a company because I have to trust people and rely on them and keep them fed, keep them busy. And I'm just not a micromanager and I don't like to manage people if and watch over them over and over to make sure they do their job. I'm a very lenient employee or employer. So I learned, hey, just because you are trying to help people with a job, you have to make sure they do their job. And you have to make sure, even if you're giving them a bunch of benefits, that you are also benefiting from this benefit. So I was giving too much to these employees or to these people, and they weren't giving back to me. And do you have to give back to the people who gives to you? No, but you should be able to be on your own 2 feet after a while, right? So what I learned that affect me was it gave me a bunch of stress and affect me saying, hey man, these people are gonna end up being on the street if I don't help them. Emotionally, I wasn't wanting them to be on the streets. But financially, I shouldn't have been doing it. That what's happened after I let them go, got rid of the property, and everything else like that. In the aftermath is one of the guys end up finally getting a job. The other guy um, finally got himself together And the third guy, I don't know what happened to him, but these people are supposed to be helping you as an employee. Now, now my biggest mistake is, remember, was helping people and not knowing when to stop. Because people should only be helped until they can help themselves. And the aftermath that happened after all this was me losing two or $300,000. That's a lot of money to lose to help three people, four people, right? And you shouldn't have to help people to the extent where you lose that amount of money. Now, this was over a year and a half, 18 months, and yes, I should have learned better, right? I should have cut it off sooner, but that's after the fact. And I wasn't noticing how much money I was wasting on them until after I started doing the numbers and looking at it. And emotionally, it took a toll on me. It's like, damn, I just lost so much money. And how did I end up coping with it? Was say, I admitted to my mistake and moved on. And I learned to not empathize or for people so much. Because at the end of the day, you have to learn from your own financial mistakes. And my biggest financial mistake was giving to the people too much. They, and what did I learn from it? You should set a limit. And moving forward, what I have learned was to set a new habit of adopting is giving a certain amount of money to people to help them and then cutting them off and say, I can't give no more. I gave you as much as I can, and that's as much as I can do. And that should be your financial move is, hey, this is the most I can help you. It does. Now, helping someone is based on how much you want to help them. And I just lower my bar all the way down saying, hey, I can only give you a couple $100 and that's it. If your kids are hungry, hey, I can ask my wife to cook them a meal. But besides that, you shouldn't help them financially with money and try to give them jobs to make their life um, more sustainable. Because sustainability is not based off you keep giving someone money. And I noticed the wealthier I got, the more people want handout. And I just can't keep affording to give people handout. So the key takeaway for this is I hope that I prevent someone making the same financial mistake. And to do that, you need to learn, hey, this is the most I can give someone. And I don't loan money out to people anymore. I don't give people opportunities that will take away financially from me majorly. Don't give people opportunity. Just the other day, one of my renter asked me to send them their money back for rent because they had a financial emergency. Well, their financial emergency doesn't help me pay my mortgage, right? So I didn't give them the money back. I just told them the hard truth. Hey, you need to cover your four walls, and I don't feel comfortable to giving you the money back because I might not get the money back. And I have to pay my mortgage on time. That means you have to pay your rent on time because that only makes sense. So don't feel bad if you're starting to become more financially successful and it's not stepping on people. It's making sure you are financially stable so you can keep supporting and helping more people. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop helping people. No, I'll still help people. But now I have a time limit, I have a certain amount, and so many opportunity I will help them. Because you get someone a job and then they lose the job, how many times you can get this person a job? You get a person, let's say $1,000 to get them out of rut, and they ask you a month later for another 1,000. So you have to figure out the best way to handle it. Because I had all types of people working for me, and majority of people have bad spending habits, and that's what I came to realize. So that was my biggest financial mistake, was being too giving to people. Now, you can take it however you want, but please like and subscribe to my video, and thanks again.